Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to give you a reading for the rest of the year, some predictions possibly. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, right? So it's not going to resonate for all of you. And yeah, these are some predictions for the rest of the year. I planned to do this at the beginning of October, but things got super busy. But here I am. Yeah, we got 2 weeks left still to October. So we're going to do October, November, December. And we're going to figure out what sort of energies you might be able to expect going into the end of the year. All right, here we go, Scorpio. Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh, to the end of the year. Scorpio. All right. There we go. We got 3. We have clear out the clutter. So that is for the rest of October. It's card number 28, which is a 10. Right? And you roll away the 0, of course, don't need that. That's beginning again. That's brand new something or other. Something is going to begin again. You're being asked to prepare for that. Scorpio, you're being asked to prepare for something that is going to be brand new. I feel like it's going to make you lighter because this frog looks like they're on top of the water. So it's like it had you submerged, and this idea all of a sudden brings you to a place of, I feel a little lighter. I'm going to now start to clear out the things that I don't need, people, places, things, situations, jobs, all of that stuff. We've got November, and slow and steady wins the race. Scorpio, I think you're supposed to take it slow. We have 6 and 2, which is 8. And that is putting the hard work in. So I feel like you should be less concerned with how quickly you're getting to the end result, because it really isn't about what you get at the end. It's about the journey. It's about all the steps you take in between. And I think the turtle spirit, the way the turtle moves slowly yet majestically, right? I feel, and with wisdom, turtles can live to be very, very old, hundreds of years, right? Slow and steady wins the race. So I feel like you're going to get to the finish line anyway, but I feel like you just need to, in the month of November, need to just move a little slower in order to speed up, if that makes sense. And then we have the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. That's kind of weird. Anyways, so yeah, so you need to slow down in order to speed up, so you can actually speed up in December. I feel something's taking off. Gazelles are really smart. They're perceptive. They have peripheral vision that is probably better than the vision that they have that's straight on. So I feel that you're supposed to keep your eye on the peripheral, whatever's going on around you. Card number 2 tells me that your intuition's going to kick in, and you are going to know how to keep your balance and the speed. Of course, December can be a pretty quick month. A lot of people travel to see their families, a lot of people shopping, getting stuff done. It's a very busy sort of month, right? Starting in November. So I think in November you start to gain momentum, and by December I feel like you're flying here. I also feel like you that life speeds up for you. What does that mean? The knowledge, the reason you're being slowed down in the month of November is so you'll be perceptive. So you will see and hear things that you wouldn't usually. And that information is what's going to make you quicker to act, I think, in December. But you're going to do it in a way that's spiritual, intuitive too, is the high priestess. And so that's the person who usually keeps it under wraps and doesn't tell anybody what they're doing. But for you, you're kind of gaining momentum here. You're coming out of the submerged energy to the top. You're now floating with this idea. I feel like that things have been kind of heavy for you in the month of October, but I do believe that things start to get either lighter for you, or you start to see more of the fruits of your labor, I guess is what I want to say. You start to see more of the fruits of the labor that you have been putting in throughout the year, or things start to get lighter for you. You're able to float to the surface now. Take a breath. Okay. Clearing out the clutter. Adversity. You've had a hard year. Yeah. Scorpio, you've had a hard year. It says here, I accept the challenges that are the best way to learn. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. I feel like you have been put in positions where you had to speak up, Your heart, I feel, is your heart chakra might be open finally. Not as open as you want it to be, but I think you're beginning to feel things, Scorpio. And although I know you're intuitive, not all of you are tuned in, right? But I think you're beginning to feel things, and you're beginning to talk about those things, whatever things that are on your heart. I think the kind of clearing out that you're doing is a mental clearing. It's like I'm no longer holding my tongue. I'm going to start speaking out about the adversities that I've had, and I'm going to speak the things that are on my heart, and throat chakra. I think I'm going to speak it out now. So I feel like you've had a really hard year, and it's time for you to clear out the clutter by maybe just telling someone else, whether it's psychologist or psychiatrist or a friend, right? You're going to be telling somebody what a shit year you've had. I think you've had a really hard time this year, Scorpio. We have a slow and steady wins the race, and we have worry. You're worrying that if you go too slow, I feel that you won't make you won't meet the deadline, or you won't find the end result, or it won't work out for you. But I don't think that's the truth. It says here that you're learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. I love that so much. So much. It's the truth. It's a time stealer. No amount of worry, right, is going to make things go any quicker. Yeah, because you've slowed down here, I feel, Scorpio, and it's making you crazy because you want to get more done. But I feel like you're supposed to be learning how to slow it down and not charge for the end. The end result really doesn't matter as much as the journey. Things start to pick up for you in December. Life starts to get busy, starts to speed up, which would be a natural thing, of course. But I think now you're doing it intuitively because we have card number 2 with the antelope. And very, very perceptive. They have to be to stay alive, the antelope, right? Very quick, and they have to be very perceptive. So I feel like your high priestess energy is on high. Like, I feel like you're all the way turned up in your intuition. That's what it feels like. And in terms of love, it says here, I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. So not only romantic love, right, Scorpio? It's not only romantic love that you see now the good in others. Maybe people that you thought were trying to coerce you or talk you into something or manipulate you, you now realize with these different eyes being high in your intuition, I feel you realize that these people were not trying to put one over on you, but maybe trying to offer you hints and helps in order to help you get through the adversities that you were trying to get through this year. And I don't feel like whoever was offering you this energy, I feel like that person is the one that you may realize the good in. This person wasn't trying to manipulate you. They were just trying to help you through the adversity because they saw a lot of worry on you, Scorpio. Tell us about October. October for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Ooh, that one flew. We've got door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Okay, so the month of October is the month of some opportunities that are coming for you, and some doors are going to open. I feel like you don't see it because you're trying to clear out the clutter of all these adversities that you've had throughout the year. I think it's been a super tough year for you, and it's been very challenging, but it's taught you a lot of lessons. I believe now you take these lessons through the door of opportunity. And in November, we have you worrying because you're too slow. It says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Oh, Scorpio. You know, we reserve the S word, stubborn, for Taurus, but you are a fixed sign. You are fixed as any, right? So I feel as though that it's hard for you to change your mind. You're unwilling to change your mind that I feel that you think your worth is tied to your productivity. And it's not true, right? And productivity and worth are two different things, but I feel as though you're unwilling to make a change of mind here. As I'm looking at the turtle is, swims underwater a lot. And, I'm feeling like when I look at this turtle could be submerged as opposed to the frog that I see that is on the surface here. I feel that, that you are somewhat adverse to changing your mind. Because you think you've gone over the details enough, you've been strategic enough. I feel like you're intuitive enough or psychic enough that you feel like you shouldn't have to change because you already have the answer. But please know that this behavior of being stuck or a fixed sign is your inability to be bendable or to change your mind is what causes the worry. And the truth is that your production is not tied to your worth. And whether you go slow or fast, you're still going to complete whatever it is you need to complete in this life. All right. Well, the last hand I did, it was Aries, and I believe they also got two cards. So let's take a look at them. In December, speeding up. Commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. Your heart's opening to love here in December. We have desk. Pay attention to your work. So it's time in the month of December to pay attention to, I would say keep an eye on or pay attention to whatever it is that you're doing at work, but don't consume yourself with it. I feel as though that things are speeding up because you're going to be asked to take on more work from your employer, or your business will get busier in the month of December because most businesses do get busier in December. I think you're supposed to pay attention to the work, but I feel as though you're not supposed to ignore love either. So try and do both, which is interesting because we've got two cards now of love and they're both in December. So I feel like something is coming in for you. You get so busy maybe that you don't necessarily understand that things are speeding up because I feel like you're supposed to be at a destination. And I know I said don't worry about the journey, or sorry, don't worry about the ending because the journey's on the way, is what you should be, the journey is what you should be enjoying. But I think that this journey speeds up significantly because things move slower in November. I think things speed up in December, and that includes your work. All right, so we have opportunities are waiting for you. What kind of opportunities are waiting for you in the rest of October, Scorpio? Money, yes. Looks like there is going to be some financial things that are some opportunities. Of course, the King of Pentacles is about opportunities. He's the king with the Midas touch, right? Opportunities find this king. This king does not have to look for work, does not have to look for a deal. It travels to the king. So I feel like you are going to have some opportunities to be financially stable in October, or something is going to work out really good for you financially in October. And then we have the Mule. So we have the Mule, and it says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. This could be you, but it could also be someone that you see as the Queen of Wands. Maybe you are the Queen of Wands. But I feel as though that you might see another person as unwilling to change. And as you move slowly towards this person, it's worrying you about the outcome here. It doesn't change the outcome if you worry, but I think you're worrying nonetheless. All right, give us December. What's speeding up? Your ability to love, Scorpio. So we have love. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And when the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like that you're, because it's on the work and the love, I feel like you do love your work, but I feel as though that you are supposed to kind of cull that back a little bit. Yeah, you're supposed to keep your eye on your business. Yeah, you're supposed to keep your eye on love. But I think that ultimately what's going to be happening is things are speeding up and you're going to be seeing things in a different way. I think that the Knight of Swords is in the reverse saying that we're going to speed you up, but at some point you're going to have to slow down to look over the details about this. How much do you love your work? Or maybe you love somebody at work. Or maybe you are the person who needs to pay more attention to work and less attention to love. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like with the Knight of Swords in the reverse here, it tells me that that it could, if you go too quickly, things could get really clumsy. You could trip over things, like I'm talking verbally, mentally. Maybe you're not going to look at the details as much. You now see the good in all things, I think, and maybe that's what makes you slow down, that you know that it's worth it, that even though things around you are speeding up, that maybe you use your high priestess energy to slow down, to look within, to do it all intuitively and feel it in a different way. Maybe there's no words and now you're stuck with the high priestess energy, and now you have to feel your way through it rather than say what you want to say. All right. October for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Star, we've got the 8 of Cups in reverse, the 7 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like there's also opportunity. I feel like you're making it feels like you leave something and then realize you shouldn't have left it. In the healing, it feels like you disconnect emotionally from someone or something. And then I feel like in the healing, you realize that it's time to go back, that you have to go back. There's something that you missed or something you didn't see, an opportunity you missed. That could be in business, of course, things look different on the surface, right? I said the frog looked like he'd emerged from the depths of the water to the surface and is now floating there with an idea. So I feel like all of a sudden you get this hopeful feeling of, but if I go back there, but what if I go back? Yeah. All of a sudden you have this feeling of something that's really abundant that you've missed out on, or you could miss out on if you don't go back. Because I feel like there's lots of opportunities for you or for someone else in emotional matters. This could also be emotional overwhelm. Too many things to pick from. I don't want to pick from any of those things in the future. I want to turn around and go back because I feel like this person who could be Aquarius is the person. Or I'm healing, and now that I've healed, I can see things on the surface now that the adversity has cleared itself out of the way. You go back to hoping for things, and you're thinking about that thing in the past and wondering if you should go back. That's the rest of this month. So we have worry, and slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race with the Queen. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're worrying that the Queen is not going to accept your cup. Yeah. You're worrying that this person, there's lots of cups here, lots of emotions on high, people. Yes, Scorpio, there's lots of emotions here. As you begin this, you embark on this new journey here, I feel like it is the Queen of Wands, possibly, that you're wondering. I feel like you feel the Queen doesn't want your company anymore. Doesn't want you, doesn't want your company. You're wondering, if you open this new chapter, is the Queen going to take pity on you? That's what I feel. 7 cups here, 7 cups here, there's 8, right? Gosh, it's a lot of cups. I'm going to tell you this. If you open the chapter with this person again, the one that you left in the distance, the one that you think you have to go back for, the one that you've healed from or want to heal with, I feel like it's going to work out. This person wants you as much as you want them. It's going to work out for you, Scorpio. I know that there's been stuff that's happened in the past. It looks like there is some regret here for the way things happened. I feel like you feel there was supposed to be a reunion sooner than this. And even though it's been a long while, I feel like the 2 cups are still here, right? Yeah, we've got 2 cups here and we've still got 2 cups here. So I feel like you're ready to receive. I feel like you're ready to receive love. This person's got their hand open. And I feel as though you feel pretty bossed up, right? The purple is regal, right? It's about royalty. I feel like you feel pretty bossed up in your energy, and that you can move forward here. But you're wondering, is the Queen going to accept your cup? But you're going to go anyway, I think, Scorpio. You're going to go anyway, and you're going to give it a shot. Yeah, I think you see the Queen of Wands as someone who is very stubborn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. And this person will do what they want to do. That's for true. Yep, that's for true. This queen is going to do what she wants. It doesn't matter what you want her to do. And I think that's what makes you crazy. But I also think that's what makes the energies compatible. I think that you're very strategic and planned, and this person's very spontaneous and does what they want, and they're not listening to you. And I think that's what you like about it, whether you're feminine or masculine, because it's different from you, very different from you. Got the Page of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is not the month to start a new relationship. The person you're going to kiss on New Year's Eve is not the person you should be starting a relationship with. I don't know why that's coming out, but it feels like that. It's time for life to speed up and for you to notice and take note of the things that are important. And I think that you're now looking at life with different eyes, right? You're seeing the love in all things. It says you commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And so although you see the good in possibly something good about the disappointing news or something that broke your heart. You want this new chance, right? We're looking at the Fool and the Page of Cups here. I feel like you start thinking about it in November, and by December, you're like, I'm on the path. I need to go find this person. I feel like what we're seeing here, though, is one, be careful with your money in the month of December. Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. And two, I feel that you've been heartbroken and that maybe a long-term relationship for you has come to an end, and that's why you're ready to begin again. So December, I'm going to say it's probably not a good month for you to begin a new relationship, but move slow, right? You can move slow here with love and with work. It's like temperance, right? Temperate. Don't go fast, don't go slow. Try to keep it balanced and in the middle, I feel, is what you're being told here in the month of December. But to be really perceptive, and that you are going to see someone differently or a situation differently, or you're going to understand the job differently. But we've got you having a change in perspective, a really quick change in perspective, that you're being asked to slow down and look at the details about love and work. Work you might love, someone you might love at work. Take it as it resonates, right? Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like in December is not the month for you to start moving forward on a relationship, but I feel like it's the beginning, right? We've got the Fool and the Page of Cups. There could be an age difference here as well, either way, but I feel that that there is a new path that's opening. You're the one that's going to open the path. And I feel like you wonder if this person who either broke your heart or you broke their heart, you're wondering if they're still interested. I would say yes, because the Two of Cups is coming up in the center of it all. I feel it lends energy to everything. Love and hope, love and healing, love and possibly a psychic connection. That, somebody does want the Ten of Cups with you here, but they're unsure about whether you're coming back or not. All right, I'm going to leave it here for you. I hope that was something that you wanted to hear. There you are. Very top of the heap here, going, yeah, there's going to be some communication. So either you're going to make communication with them or they with you, but nonetheless, I feel like it's not time to start relationships here, but it is time to communicate, because we've got indications of hope, healing, new things opening, fun path coming up, spontaneity and love possibly. There's all kinds of things that are going to be going on that's good for you in the next couple of months. Just make sure that you don't make any quick advancements, telling you to make sure that you go over the details, right? Make sure that that you have slowed down sufficiently enough that you can prepare to move forward instead of forgetting things along the way. All right. I'm going to go. Thanks, Scorpio. Love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.